This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather Ho, there's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming to another Sports Catastrophe on this date. And on this day, July the 4th, the 4th of July, baby, in 1981, John McEnroe and Bjorn Borg faced each other in the Wimbledon Championships. For Borg, this was an amazing time to be him. He had won 5 consecutive Wimbledon titles, which was a modern record. He was trying to tie the all-time record of 6 set by William Renshaw back in the 1880s. And he also was trying to get his 12th major to tie Roy Emerson's record for that mark. It's amazing how 12 was just the magic number to win majors, and yet you got Novak with 24. Anyway, Borg was in section 1 of qualification. He faced Renard of the U.S. 7-6, 6-3, 6-1. Took down Purcell of the U.S. in 3 straight sets. Took down Gearing of Germany in 3 straight sets. And took down Fetus Gurulaitis in straight sets, although it took a tiebreaker in 2 of the 3 sets. So Borg was rolling along. In the meantime, McEnroe, ranked number 2, took on Tom Gullickson 7-6, 7-5, 6-3. But the thing was, McEnroe, that was actually the tournament that saw him blasted. You cannot be serious because you said the ball hit the line. Chalk was flying up everywhere. You cannot be serious. Of course, he got warned and all that, but thankfully McEnroe won straight sets. Then he took on Ramirez of Mexico and lost the second set to him, but otherwise he was fine. And then he took down Lutz, his fellow countryman, in 3 straight sets. And then in the 4th round, he took down Stan Smith. Not that Stan Smith. In 4 sets. That set those 2 up for quarterfinals. Bjorn Borg took on Peter McNamara, beating him in straight sets. Jimmy Connors actually nearly got upset in the quarterfinals by the Indian tennis player Vijay Amritraj. He was up 2-0. Connors won the last 3 sets to force a semi with Borg. Rod Fraley of Australia beat American Tim Mayette in 3 sets to 1 to face John McEnroe, who swept Johan Craik of South Africa 3 straight sets. And then McEnroe beat Fraley in 3 straight sets. Borg actually had a tough time in the semifinals against Connors. Borg was down 2 sets to love, but won 6-3, 6-love, 6-4 to force the final with McEnroe. And Jimmy Connors learned the old rule. He who lives by the 0-2 comeback dies by the 0-2 comeback. Regardless, it was a key final. Borg and McEnroe played one of the most spirited finals in Wimbledon history in 1980, when they had that famous 16-14 4th set. Because at the time, Wimbledon required you to win by 2 games of any set. And all that. They changed the rule, I think, to have a tiebreak if it was 6-6. But anyway, McEnroe would take on Borg. Yeah, they changed the rule because of how long that tiebreak was. They changed it. That if you were in a tiebreak in the first 4 sets, it would go to 7-6. Otherwise, it would go to winner must win by 2 games in the 5th and deciding set. So McEnroe lost the first set 6-4. Borg looked pretty decent, but then McEnroe needed 2 tiebreaks, which he won 7-1 and 7-4 to go 2-1 on Borg. Borg wasn't phased. After all, he was down 2-0 against Connors in the semis. He tried his best, but McEnroe put up a key play and won the match. So McEnroe won 4-6, 7-6, 7-6, 6-4 to finally win Wimbledon, win his third Grand Slam overall, and to deny Borg a chance to equal that mark. So that was just bad luck in a sense. So anyway, Borg actually wanted to retire in a sense. He lost to McEnroe at the 81 US Open, and he headed straight for the airport, walking off the court and out of the stadium before the ceremonies happened. It'd be his last Grand Slam final, all that. So Borg practically retired. He only played 2 tournaments in 1982, and then he practically retired at age 26. McEnroe tried to persuade him to continue, but he didn't really play that much. He actually attempted a comeback in 1991. So, anyway, Borg tried as he might just couldn't do it. Well, McEnroe won a few more tournaments in his time, but that key Wimbledon win was just one for the books because, after all, I mean, McEnroe and Borg was a gigantic rivalry, and Borg actually walked away saying he had no desire to do so, to win tournaments, which was weird because he could easily have broken the Grand Slam singles records and all that. I mean, he had his doubts about him, and that's what ruined Borg. But then again, McEnroe brought the Wimbledon title to the United States. Super Brat had done it on the 4th of July. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.